I just want y'all to see something, man. I'm on a balcony, right? And I'm looking down at the people in the store, right? And when you look at it, man, people just moving around. When you take yourself out of the equation and you just looking down at it, you see that man with the shopping cart? I don't hear no noise because I'm on the outside. I'm on the balcony looking down through the window. The balcony is like built on the outside of the store, right? So when you just look down at the people, like the girl you see, she works in the store. She has the jacket on, right? From my vantage point, it's just like these people, they ants or something. You know what I'm saying? They don't have no, and I think that girl saw me. It looked like she was looking at me. It's like they don't have no, you see her, the one right there. When you look at it from this vantage point, what I'm trying to say is, it's like these people, they just in a maze or something. They're just walking around. It's like, I know they doing things. I know they shopping and everything. But to see it from my angle and to really apply some contemplation behind the overall existence of humans, you will see how mundane everything really is. That's what I'm trying to tell you. You see the lady just put the cart and everybody just walking around. This right here, what I'm doing, it's a metaphor of when I say become an observer. When you just observe stuff for what it is, you will see, when you just observe stuff for what it is, you will see that people, unless you in the mix with people, they don't mean anything. You just looking at people and you don't know what they doing, what they saying. They just like, it's no difference. Me looking at them is no difference than if somebody was to look at ants. Like if you saw some ants crawling around, you would say the same thing. You don't know what they doing. You'll just see some ants dragging a dead caterpillar or something. No difference than them pushing dead food around, like a piece of meat in the shopping cart. The ant is pulling around a dead wing that belongs to a butterfly or something, and those people, they pushing around dead flesh, frozen meat. It's all the same. That's what I'm trying to say. Now it's making sense. When you just look at it, just look, y'all. It's like from an aerial view. Like I said one time in one of my videos, a bird looks down on people as insignificant. See, if I was on the same level with them, I would feel like one of them. Do y'all get what I'm saying? But from a above vantage point, you can see now how from an above vantage point, you can see how they engineer this world in the way that they want it to be. See, what I'm doing right now is the equivalent of when they say Big Brother is watching. Big Brother is watching from that vantage point, from an aerial view. That's why they look down on people like they insignificant. You see them people moving about. The powers that be, they look at everybody the same way. Like Everybody is insignificant. They're just moving around. So, and you see how you can see the owls real clear because you're from a higher vantage point. That's how the powers that be view this world. They have the satellites, they have the planes, they have the cameras on every corner. They see everything from that high ground. Okay, I haven't made one of these type of videos in a long time. They see everything from a high ground position, so it gives them a better view of everything. They don't feel like they a part of it. That's why they don't have no. That's why they don't have any emotional attachment to it, and because they are on that higher ground and they looking down, they feel detached from everybody, and that makes them have apathy. You know what apathy mean, right? Like when you don't have emotional feelings for people. You cold-hearted, in other words. So that's where that sense of apathy come from. When you're rich and you don't live amongst the commoners, they don't mean anything to you. That's what I'm trying to say. They just walking around and you just making sure that they don't come alive or they don't wake up. Just like I'm doing. I'm like saying, I hope don't nobody see me filming them. Because not saying that I can't, but I'm just saying people might feel some type of way about it, even though I'm not threatening anybody, but I'm just saying. So they feel the same way. They like, well, we're going to keep an eye out on them. And as long as they don't suspect that we are doing anything, everything is okay. That's how they feel. They just want you to walk in the lines. Okay? That's the only thing they want you to do. As long as you walking in the lines, they fine. That's the only thing they want you to do. See those two guys right there? I don't know what they saying. Who gives a fuck? It's insignificant anyway. That's how the HPB realm people feel when y'all be saying all that other shit that don't got nothing to do with destroying the HPB realm. They just be saying, you see those two guys right there? Oh, they just laughing. They ain't talking about shit that's going to overthrow us. So who gives a fuck what they saying? That's exactly how they feel. Now is it clear? That's exactly how they feel. They looking at it from that vantage point. And that's why I'm gonna give y'all a secret why the eagle is the national bird. You know why? You know what that represents? That eagle, like you see the American eagle, it represents Big Brother, the all-seeing eye. We are on a higher vantage point. We are looking down at you insignificant prey. Only thing birds do, they fly around all day observing the ground. They looking at field mice, grasshoppers. That's why the American eagle, that's what that symbol represents. It has nothing to do with patriotism. It don't got nothing to do with none of that. It just represents we are on a higher ground and all of you just walking around like little ants. That's what it represents. And I'm just here to tell you, as left side of the brain, that they don't give a fuck about you. Can I curse? Can we curse? I don't know, but they don't give a fuck about you. And that's how it is. They could care less. As long as you walking around. And look, they don't care about your identity. When they watching you, they don't care about how your voice sounds. As long as you animated and just moving around, that's the only thing they care about. And you see how most of these people not even looking up? That's how most people operate. They don't look up. They don't question anything. They don't look up. I'm always looking up in the sky. Even if I'm by myself, I take time out to look up in the sky. Stop looking forward all the time. Start looking up in the sky, stupid. I don't know why people don't observe the sky. Start thinking like a bird. Start looking down. Stop looking forward all the time. Living on a horizontal plane. Start thinking vertical. Look up. Look up, stupid. That's why the HPB has such an advantage over people, because they looking up, they looking down, they looking sideways. Look, they even got a camera right there watching me. They watching everything. While human beings just walking around, moping around. I'm moping around, I'm just moping around. They know that's how most people operate. And that's why they control this world. You know what? I would control y'all too if all you gonna do is sit back and be sleepy. Why wouldn't I? The name of the game is take advantage of those who allow themselves to be taken advantage of. You get the word? Advantage. Disadvantage, advantage. What was we just speaking about? Vantage points. Vantage points. Everything is built in the words, Jax. So when you don't take advantage, add to your vantage point, looking from a higher vantage. When you don't look from a higher vantage point, then you are at a disadvantage. You get it? That's why they got the word vantage in the word. Disadvantage and advantage. So they adding to their vantage points by looking at you from every angle, from every vantage point. And they the minority, but they got the majority looking at life at this horizontal level. Start taking advantage of the vantage points. Think like they think. That's what separates us from them. Only difference between the HPB world leaders, the only difference is they understand the science behind controlling the terrain. They understand it. They don't control me because I understand the game. I can sit at the table with them. I know the game. I can sit down at the table with them. I know the game. I know the game, man. That's what it's about. Knowing is half the battle. Same people, look. And none of them people think, you see the security guard? He represents the HPB. He just walking around to keep everybody in check. So you don't go out, so you don't do nothing against the rules or whatever. That's all. You see, he represents the HPBs that's amongst us. He walking around too, but he just making sure everything is in check. Meanwhile, I'm just sitting up from a higher vantage point, observing everything. I'm a camera. I'm like a human camera. So that's my message I want to leave y'all with today. Know thyself and know your vantage point. Stop living. Now, I know some of y'all been walking around all day, haven't thought about this. Stop looking at life from a horizontal perspective. Take advantage. Add to your vantage points in every area of your life, spiritually, physically, psychologically, metaphysically, in every area of living. Add to your vantage point. Don't be one of them. And with that, this is Left Side of the Brain signing out. Like, share, and subscribe. And until we do this again, Jaguars up, HPB's down.